No scene like it. Red October returns to Philadelphia for the 4th consecutive year. It's the 2025 National League Division Series. It's presented by Booking.com. The NL West champs, the wild card winner, the Los Angeles Dodgers, taking on the champs from the National League East, the Philadelphia Phillies. It is game 1 of this NLDS matchup. And with that, we welcome you. Hi, everybody. I'm Brian Anderson, along with Jeff Francoeur. We'll hear from Lauren Shahadi in just a moment. And Frenchie, no place like Philadelphia. This place is rocking right now.
Philly in October, Mike Schmidt first pitch. Let's get it going, man.
They almost booed Mike Schmidt. It was a little short on his ceremonial first pitch. All right, let's start with the Dodgers because history being made today. The Ohtani rule is in effect. Shohei Ohtani, not only the DH, he's the starting pitcher today. His first postseason start. We've never seen this in Major League Baseball.
Because of the injury last year, we've had to wait 8 years to see this man pitch in October, and here it goes. I mean, 14 starts this year. He's been building back up, BA, but he comes into this at 16 2/3 scoreless. Faced the Phillies 3 weeks ago. They know they got their work cut out for him. And then offensively, do I need to talk about it? 146 runs scored, 55 home runs. This guy was born for this moment, and we're about to see it.
2 home runs in game 1 of the wild card series. The Dodgers advance past the Cincinnati Reds. All right, now for the Philadelphia Phillies. They've been waiting while all the dramas unfolded in the wild card series. The Phillies, second best record in the NL. Now they have their chance to play game 1, and they get to do it at home where they've been a dominant team this year.
Well, you heard why. You come on this air with this crowd right here. This is what they wanted. They wanted home field advantage. They think it's important, especially against the Dodgers. 55 26. Look at the OPS at home. Over 100 points higher at home. These guys love playing in this stadium. Then to add to the measure, you lose Zach Wheeler, right? So you ask yourself, so what do we have to do? You have the other ace, Christopher Sanchez, making his first postseason appearance of the year, obviously. Look at that, second highest in MLB with the WAR. 130 strikeouts on that changeup. Incredible.
He'll be one of the Cy Young finalists in the National League this year. Moments ago, Lauren Shahadi caught up with Rob Thompson, the Phillies skipper.
Brian, thank you. Rob, when you first got Christopher Sanchez, he wasn't a front-end guy. How did he turn into this?
Yeah, he's done a lot of work, and it's an amazing story, but he went from high velocity, no control, to low velocity with plus command, and now he's got his velocity back. Great changeup, great slider. It's just a great story.
I mean, I was thinking about your story, your life in this game over 4 decades. Look at this place. You said this is the most fun you have ever. Why?
I think it's just the people you're around. You know, our players, they're so much fun. We got a great coaching staff, and this atmosphere, I've never seen anything like it.
This is the good stuff. Enjoy it, Topper.
Thank you.
Brian.
Lauren, thank you. We will hear from Dave Roberts live next. Big names, big expectations. Dodgers, Phillies, 2 teams on a mission on TBS. The 2025 MLB postseason is brought to you by Booking.com. Booking.yeah. And by Geico. Switch and save. Get more with Geico. Almost ready for first pitch. Phillies and Dodgers. Let's send it down to the field live. Lauren Shahadi with Dave Roberts.
Dave, I know you want length from your starter. What does that mean for Shohei tonight?
You know, I think for me, we're going to try to get him through 6, maybe into the 7th inning. I like him at the century mark tonight, and he's locked in. I saw him a little bit earlier, and he's taking it to another level.
And I saw you staring out at the field for about 20 minutes. Wheels were turning. What were you contemplating, Dave?
Yeah, you know what? Before the game, I sort of kind of envisioned the way the game can go in a lot of different directions, which it can go. And the next part of my 20-minute kind of gander is looking at my players, and I like to see kind of how they are, how they're preparing, how their heartbeat is, and I just want to see where their minds are before the game.
Enjoy it. Good luck.
Thank you, Lauren.
Brian.
Thank you, Lauren. Thank you to Dave Roberts. And Frenchie, it does beg the question. This is Shohei Ohtani's first ever postseason start. He is the leadoff hitter, and he's going to be at the plate shortly. His routine is very interesting now as he makes his way back to the dugout.
I mean, this is Little League, right? Like, this is high school ball here. You come, you warm up, you come in, you give high fives, and then instead of usually you'd sit down for 10, 15 minutes, no, he's got to go over. He's got to get his batting gloves. Look at him. He's getting some new ones fresh out of the bag, of course, for the game 1. And here he is now on deck. So it's just a completely different thing. But if there's one guy that can handle it, and we talk about it, Dave Roberts tells us he is so routine oriented. He knows the moment. He's ready.
He is awaiting Christopher Sanchez to take the mound and the Phillies to hit the field. Here's how Dave Roberts lines him up today. Shohei Ohtani, Mookie Betts, Teoscar Hernandez in the middle. Freddie Freeman, Tommy Edman, and then Kike Hernandez. It is the first postseason start for Alex Call. He gets the start in left field. Andy Pages in center with Ben Rortvedt behind the plate. Will Smith is available. Dave Roberts says a pretty good chance you're going to see him in this game. Could be a pinch hitter later in this one. And those are the numbers at home at Citizens Bank Park for one of the emerging stars on the mound for the Phillies, the 6'6" Christopher Sanchez.
Oh, what's amazing is you talk about Ohtani, 7 pitches. Sanchez, different, 3 pitches. He's coming at you with the sinker. He's got that slider, but his pitch is that changeup. 130 strikeouts this year. Guys just cannot adjust to it. Here at home, like you said, has not lost in over a year at Citizens Bank.
He'll be a top 3 finisher in the National League Cy Young Award. And how about the defense behind him? Looks like Rob Thompson is going with his best defensive group, Jeff.
Well, it's gold behind the plate. JT Realmuto, one of the best. Alec Bohm back from injury now for 9 games. Trey Turner back at short. Bryson Stott, and of course Bryce Harper over at first base. Great infield defense, and then the outfield, Brandon Marsh, hot as can be in left field. Harrison Bader really kind of got this defense going in center, his Gold Glove, and Max Kepler tonight gets a start in right for the Phillies.
Remember, in the postseason, it's a 6-man umpiring crew. Congratulations to these guys for making it to the postseason, getting the assignment. Nestor Ceja wearing mask cam for us tonight. He's the home plate umpire. Adrian Johnson and Nick Lentz at first and second. That's Mark Wagner. He's the crew chief in his 16th postseason. There's Mark. And the 2 outfield umpires, Jim Wolf, got the guns covered up here tonight. Dan Merzel in his very first postseason. All the pieces in place on a picture-perfect night. Look at that sky. It is Philadelphia red in this red October, and we're ready for baseball in Game 1 of this National League Division Series. Christopher Sanchez ready to work. Ohtani ready to go. And we're underway. And you had a hunch Ohtani was going to be ambush mode right there.
Is there any other way that was going to open than a sinker coming in and Ohtani swinging?
No player like Shohei Ohtani. And on display in a big way for the Dodgers this postseason. Sanchez with a changeup. That's his signature pitch, Frenchie. We're going to see a lot of those.
It's the same coming out of the arm as that sinker. Sinker first pitch to Ohtani, 95. That 187, and just swings over the top. That's why he's got, as I said, 130 strikeouts on that pitch.
Starts with a bang. Sanchez strikes out Ohtani on the changeup.
And you're just coming back, same location, same pitch, and you see how far out in front Ohtani's bat is right there. You think that sinker's coming in, and just changeup never gets there.
When everything is amped, Sanchez throwing 2 changeups there, calm and cool. And now it's Mookie Betts. Betts has been a hot hitter down the stretch for the Dodgers. Had a down year, though. One of his worst years statistically as a big leaguer. On the ground to third base, Alec Bohm will gobble it up. 2 gone.
And because of that changeup, EA, it makes it so tough to elevate the ball. As a hitter off Sanchez, the reason he's gone over 200 innings, only given up 12 home runs this year.
Number 3 hitter tonight for the Dodgers, Teoscar Hernandez. Hernandez with 2 home runs. He matched Ohtani in Game 1 of the Wild Card Series. Dodgers beat the Reds. They swept them. So they had the extra day off for a travel day, workout day yesterday, right back in the fire against the Phillies. Phillies are very eager to get their postseason started today. Been sitting on it for 5 days. That's a slider from Sanchez. His other weapon, which is also improved, and he's got Hernandez 0-2.
You can see Sanchez here early mixing all the pitches in. Fast sinker to start. You want that slider and try to get him with a changeup there on the 0-2 pitch.
Ooh, can't start it any better. The first, now Shohei Ohtani on the mound for the Los Angeles Dodgers. He'll be the MVP this year in the National League. It'll be his 4th and his 3rd straight.
You didn't know how it was going to go for him pitching-wise. Built back up, first start of the year, June 16th, and as Dave Roberts said, he is built and ready to go.
Trey Turner back on the active roster, got back the final game of the season for the Phillies. He has been dealing with a hamstring issue, and it shut him down a good part of the month. First week of September, injured that hamstring. A speed player and a former Dodger. Turner, the batting champion in the National League this year. He split time between Washington and Los Angeles a few years back, won a batting title that year as well. The 1-1. 1-2 the count.
Funny enough, you've got his main 3 pitches right off the bat. That, of course, the 4-seamer. You saw the sweeper to start the game and the slider. Those are his 3 main pitches. Obviously, has a total of 7 he can throw at any time.
Just missed. Ohtani, his fastball is at its best right now. All the metrics show that: velocity, the spin of it, the RPMs. There's no more reins on him as he strikes out Trey Turner. And that's how Ohtani starts his night.
Right here you can see just throws that sweeper, and it's all location. That ball's middle in, and Turner can hit it. Instead, it's right on the corner.
Ohtani is riding a long scoreless streak himself going back to the regular season. As Schwarber, little half swing, a strike. 16 2/3 scoreless innings for Ohtani. He's been dominant on the mound, obviously dominant at the plate. 55 homers. And the guy who was 1 home run ahead of him this year, Kyle Schwarber, hitting second in this Phillies lineup. He went, says home plate umpire Nestor Ceja, and it's quickly 0-2.
So far, I think you can see both of these offenses, right? A little anxious, but both these pitchers already, you can tell, settled in.
Ooh. In most years, Schwarber might have won the most valuable player in a league with the numbers he put up. 56 homers, led the league, 132 runs batted in, did the same. But that's going to belong to Ohtani this year. And that one misses low. First postseason start ever for Shohei Ohtani, but he has pitched in some big games in his life in Japan and in the World Baseball Classic. Schwarber, high fly ball to right. Towering fly ball that Hernandez squeezes for out number 2. Just missed it a click. Did Kyle Schwarber. So you've met Turner and Schwarber. Bryce Harper coming up now. Rob Thompson has Alec Bohm, Brandon Marsh, and JT Realmuto in the middle, with Max Kepler getting the start in right. Nick Castellanos will start on the bench. Harrison Bader in center, and Bryson Stott is the second baseman.
That was a big league fly ball by Schwarber.
It was.
Wow.
Harper on the first pitch, a cut and a miss.
And you talked about it, his fastball velocity for the first time in his career, above average spin rate with the RPMs, and his strikeout rate is also the highest it's been on that pitch.
Little tapper, Ohtani, no problem. And a 1-2-3 inning. Great start for Shohei Ohtani in his first postseason inning. We are off and running. Game 1, NLDS. Dodgers coming up. 13 straight years. They had to go to the wild card this time around. They swept the Reds, scored 18 runs in those 2 games, 12 extra base hits. Starting pitching was outstanding. And of course, their relievers did tread a little bit of water, but Dave Roberts feels confident about where his bullpen is starting this division series. They bought themselves an extra day. And now Christopher Sanchez facing Freddie Freeman to start the 2nd inning. So far on the MLB postseason calendar, the teams that had the byes have played well. The Milwaukee Brewers beat the Cubs 9-3. Brewers have the best record in the National League. Toronto Blue Jays out in front of the Yankees 7-1 right now in the bottom of the 8th. A team that has also been waiting in the American League. And that is always the question when you open up a division series under this format, which is now in its 3rd year. Rust versus rest to get you prepared for a division series.
Oh, come on. And one advantage the Dodgers had, because they won in 2 games, they were able to fly here all day Thursday, have kind of a relaxed day, workout yesterday, whereas if they would have had to go to 3 games and play late Thursday night, yesterday would have been a long day.
2 balls and a strike on Freddie Freeman. And he dumps that one into left field. That's going to fall for a base hit. And the first hit of the game, Freddie Freeman, World Series MVP from a year ago. And a base runner, the first of the night against Sanchez.
And I'll tell you, when he goes into Cooperstown someday, BA, they might put that swing right there on a plaque, because that is vintage Freddie Freeman, just shooting the ball the other way. We talked about it. What makes this series so interesting? Freeman, Ohtani, Harper, Schwarber, they both hit lefties well too. So it's not necessarily always a matchup thing.
Switch hitter Tommy Edman now takes a strike from Sanchez. Edman is an infielder only at this point of the season. An ankle injury is going to keep him out of the mix in the outfield. Edman had a good wild card series against the Reds. He was the MVP of the NLCS last year. On the ground, chance for 2 here. Turner struggled with that. Stott gets the relay a little late, and Edman beats it out. Wasn't the smoothest play by Turner. Does get the lead out at second. Edman, even though he's dealing with an ankle injury, still gets down the line pretty well.
No, definitely he does, but Turner kind of got this ball stuck in his glove, and if he doesn't, with the way Edman's running a little bit, might have been a double play. Stott did a good job turning it, but we're seeing what Sanchez does so well. Ground ball.
And remember, Trey Turner has been out for about a month, other than the 1 game he played in the final day of the regular season.
And I don't even think that was a full game. I think it was like 5 innings and they took him out.
Kike Hernandez has been a postseason star wherever he's been, especially as a member of the Dodgers. Gets to start at 3rd base tonight. No Max Muncy in the starting lineup. He'll be a bat off the bench as Hernandez takes a ball. Probably see Hernandez end up in left field at some point if Dave Roberts has it go his way. Muncy and Will Smith are going to be 2 bats off the bench that will likely stay in the game and play defense if it's going according to plan for LA.
You know, B.A. Kike Hernandez, one of those guys that Dave Roberts fully trusts. Hit 203 on the year, but it's like it turns to October. I need that guy on my lineup. He's a winning player, and that's why he continues to play in October.
He was 4 for 8 against the Reds. He scored 3 runs in the 2-game wild card series. 1-2 the count. Count evens at 2-2. Postseason career jumps off the page. 88 games in the postseason. He's won 2 World Series. OPS at 880 and a batting average near 300. Come on. On the ground, another chance here. Bohm bobbles it, has it go across the diamond and in time, so a little shaky defensively for the 2 injured players that just got back in the month of September, Turner and Bohm. Fielder's choice for Kike Hernandez, 2 outs in the inning.
Yeah, gets him on that changeup, and like you said here, Bohm chance to turn 2 and a ball. Look, he's lucky he was able to re-grip this ball and still throw Hernandez out at first. Sanchez, first really 3-2 pitch he's had to make, and he threw a beautiful changeup.
5-3 on the putout, puts Edman at second base with 2 away, and Alex Call, his first career postseason start. He's 31 years of age as of last week, Wisconsin native. Dodgers picked him up in a trade from the Nationals. It's amazing where this game will take you, and Alex Call was talking to us before the game about the long and winding road, and here he is with the Dodgers, the reigning World Series champions, getting a start in Game 1 of a division series.
Couldn't tell if the look on his face was excitement or oh my God, what have I got myself into? But a well-deserved start, and that's why he's in here tonight.
He's got a chance to put the Dodgers on the board here.
I just think these are the moments that are going to be so important tonight. When you really look down at both these guys with Ohtani and Sanchez, just don't see big innings in the pitcher for either team tonight, even though they're great offenses, 2 of the best. Runs are going to be at a premium.
2 men are out, 2-1 to count on Call. How many times has it happened? And there is no division series with the kind of star power that these 2 teams possess throughout the history of the baseball postseason. It's the guys that you're not expecting necessarily to deliver in the big moments. And Alex Call would fit that bill. He's got a chance to deliver one here for LA. Two and 2 the count.
That's a great take right there by Call. That sinker coming in. Last time he got Hernandez 3-2, threw him the changeup. Now he's got Call at 3-2. See what he throws him.
Payoff pitch. Tommy Edman at second base. And Call draws the walk. Good block back there by JT Realmuto. Keeps Edman at second. First and second now with 2 away. A reminder, your team, your players, your postseason. Follow all the postseason action. Download the MLB app, the #1 app for live baseball. Dodgers put up a threat here in the second. First inning for Sanchez went 3 up, 3 down, just 9 pitches. He struck out 2 batters. And it's going to be Andy Pages now, the #8 hitter with some thump down at the bottom of this Dodger lineup.
0 for 9 you saw in the wild card series, but this is one area where he has shined this year. 319 BA with runners in scoring position.
Timeout is it a violation here? I think it's just a warning. Got to make eye contact.
He's looking down. Yeah.
Sanchez going too quickly there. Batter has until the 8-second mark to stand in and make eye contact. Pitcher obviously can take it down to 0. Pages with 27 homers this year. He drove at 86. Had a big year. Hit 272 in the regular season. There's always one guy, but all the hitting the Dodgers did. Pages was 0 for 9 in the Reds wildcard series.
That's what I was saying. And you know, one of the guys that wasn't, here he is in the big moment right here in the second.
0-2 the count. 2 Dodgers aboard. Changeup misses.
You know, talked to all the Phillies guys yesterday, BA, and they were all so excited to see Sanchez get the start tonight. They believe in this guy, especially after Zach Wheeler went down, and feel he's been underappreciated all year, even up to the All-Star game stuff, and here he is getting an opportunity in Game 1.
Two and 2 now on Pages. Sanchez has a scoreless streak going himself, like Shohei Ohtani. Finished the regular season strong, and if you add the first inning on here tonight, it's 16 2/3 consecutive scoreless for Christopher Sanchez. Started against Ohtani back in September. Pages a swing and a miss, and Sanchez with the strikeout. Covers up a little loose defense by the Phillies. Here come the Phillies, bottom of the second. DraftKings Sportsbook is your home for live betting, and new customers can bet $5 and pocket $200 in bonus bets if your bet wins. Download the app, use the promo code HEAT when you sign up. DraftKings Sportsbook, the crown is yours. Shohei Ohtani back on the mound. We go to the bottom of the second inning, scoreless. Dodgers just stranded 2. Christopher Sanchez picked up his 3rd strikeout, striking out Andy Pages to end the inning. And Alec Bohm leads off for the Phillies. Bohm, Brandon Marsh, JT Realmuto will started for Philadelphia. Shohei with 12 pitches in the first inning, had 5 swings and misses. Throwing 98 miles an hour here while he is the leadoff hitter.
Bohm, one of the hottest Phillies hitters. Obviously that stint on the IL, BA, but 9 games to finish the regular season. 459 with an 1178 OPS. So peaking at the right time.
Oh. 3 balls and a strike on Bohm. With 11 homers this year, he drove in 59. Big swing and a miss. Big fastball from Ohtani.
I asked 5 or 6 Phillies hitters yesterday, Bohm included, what's the key with Ohtani? You can't miss the fastball. Now there you got a 3-1 count right there.
Perfectly placed. And he misses inside. Ohtani, his first base runner, as Bohm draws the walk, and we check in with Lauren Shahadi.
And Brian, we heard Dave Roberts say, perfect world, I need 6 or 7 from Shohei. He told me, I'm going to ride my starters as long as I can. I have to. He said, Shohei is such a machine that he wants to know how many innings he's going because he wants to make sure he has 98, like you said, 99, 100 left for his last inning on the mound. So he works backward. Dave needs me 6 or 7. I'm going to make sure my last pitch is as dialed up as my first.
And Lauren, that is a great point. Look, in years past, we've seen this Dodgers team loaded, stacked bullpen. Not so much this year. Even Dave Roberts has said it. He knows the strength of his team is in those 4 starters' arms, and he's going to ride it. We saw that, BA, in the wild card series. I mean, how many times last year? What, 2 times? And I think of the 11 wins, the Dodgers starters in the postseason went 6+. Already this year, both Snell and Yamamoto.
Their game plan has changed completely. And you've got Clayton Kershaw and Glasnow in the bullpen available as well. Glasnow perhaps will be available to start Game 4 if we get to that point of this series. He is available in the bullpen tonight to back up Ohtani. Brandon Marsh with a runner at first. He's ahead in the count, and Marsh with a good hack fouls it back 2-2 now.
You know, this Phillies offense has really taken off in the second half. Stott, huge second half. Marsh, huge second half. 881 OPS this second half, and really gotten to the point where he's almost playing every day now, even versus left-handed hitters, which has never happened for him.
Phillies offense middle of the pack before the All-Star break. Post All-Star break, a different story, and Marsh with a base hit. And a walk and a single to start the second inning for the Phillies.
Now, what do they say? Don't miss the fastball. He got one down in the zone right there that Marsh could handle and lined it right back up the middle. So both pitchers in the first inning, absolute electric. Second inning, there's some traffic now.
Dodgers stranded 2 in the top of this inning. Now the Phillies with 2 on, nobody out for JT Realmuto. Been a slumping hitter. He probably could have used a break. A player caught more innings than Realmuto, a workhorse behind the plate, but hitting just a .178 in his last 30 games. Hoping for a fresh start here in the postseason. There's a shot into right center, a base hit. Bohm around third, he'll score. That ball goes to the wall. Right behind Bohm is Brandon Marsh. Realmuto to third with a belly flop. Throw gets away. Stays in play. 2 RBI triple for JT Realmuto. And the Phillies strike first in game 1.
Well, again, you look, it's just a fastball. Realmuto kind of opens those hips and drives it. I was surprised right here, B.A. Watch this in right center. Hernandez kind of at the end, just, I don't know if he took a bad angle on it, but this was a ball that I can't believe got all the way to the wall. And Realmuto, although he runs okay, it's a triple.
His first career postseason triple. He had 1 triple in the regular season. He drives in a pair. The Phillies lead 2-0. And Mark Pryor, the pitching coach, makes an early visit to the mound with Shohei Ohtani. Realmuto cooked this ball off Ohtani though.
112 off the bat, and as you talked about it, a real struggle down the stretch, but guy catches every day. B.A., and you made a great point. That 5-6 day break for him probably got him well rested, and this place just exploded on that gapper.
First runs Shohei Ohtani has allowed as a pitcher since August 27th. He had gone 17 2/3 scoreless innings. Nobody out. Runner at third. Dodgers bring their infield in. And Max Kepler, who gets to start in right field for Castellanos tonight, finds himself in a big spot.
And I think for Ohtani, he's got to get back to pitching a little bit. You saw that first pitch to Kepler, 101. That's not sustainable for him to live in that area. And that
Kepler, patient hitter. Sensing Ohtani may be a little rattled here in this second inning. Leadoff walk by Bohm. Marsh with a single. Realmuto a triple. And a swing and a miss. 100-mile-an-hour fastball from Shohei Ohtani. He's in get out of a jam mode right now. Right off the end of the bat, Realmuto stays put, and Hernandez makes a play. There's the first out of the inning. To Oscar Hernandez, Frenchie, he's a liability in right field. May have cost him here.
I look at this. It's at the end. I'm just kind of gave up on it. It looks like, and then Pages, the ball goes all the way to the wall to allow him to get to third. And you know, we saw that game 2 where he dropped that ball in right field in Chavez Ravine, and that's one of those right there. Obviously, as you said, he's not as talented defensively as the other two, and you got to get a better angle right there on that ball.
First ball swinging, Harrison Bader. And a couple of former Twins back-to-back in the batting order. Kepler, the free agent sign. Bader was a trade deadline acquisition. And Bader has really made an impact in Philadelphia, settled their outfield situation. And he sends one into left field. Back on it is called. Deep fly ball out, plenty deep to score JT Realmuto. And it's 3-0 as Harrison Bader with his first Phillies RBI in the postseason.
Now what a great job right there. One out, you probably had contact going here, but you knew you just wanted something to the outfield. And he almost just missed a 2-run homer, but to tack on this run right here and get that third was huge. And you talk about Bader, BA, you know, at the deadline, you always talk about bigger names sometimes, the guy. He has been huge to this Philadelphia team, not only defensively, but offensively.
He's brought it, and he's been a part of a lot of postseasons in the past.
Oh.
Number 9 hitter, Bryson Stott. 3 runs are in for the Phillies. We welcome all of you just coming over to us here on TBS from Fox, where the Blue Jays take care of business in Game 1. They beat the Yankees 10-1. A couple of lopsided scores in the first 2 games of a quadruple header of Major League postseason baseball today. Brewers beat the Cubs 9-3. Jays over the Yanks 10-1. And here we are in Philadelphia for Dodgers-Phillies. Shohei Ohtani allowing a walk, 2 hits, and a sac fly in this second inning. 1-2 to Stott. And a swing and a foul tip right into the middle Rortvedt, and that's the inning. But a big one for the Phillies. They put up a crooked number in the second. JT Realmuto, 2 RBI triple, a 3 spot for Philadelphia. We go to the third. The 2025 National League Division Series is presented by Booking.com. Citizens Bank Park, Philadelphia. Dodgers and Phillies, they meet in the division series for the first time ever. 6 meeting in the postseason overall, the first 5 in the championship series. And a 3-0 Philly lead. 2 RBI triple by Realmuto, sac fly from Bader. And it's the number 9 hitter Ben Rortvedt starting it for LA here in the third. Rortvedt starting both games against the Reds in the wild card series. Ooh, and Sanchez hits him. And Rortvedt will reach on a hit by pitch with Ohtani coming up. Ooh. On the forearm.
The back one, though.
Ooh, wow.
Yeah.
That was a direct hit, and you could even see Realmuto, just the sound of it had a little bit of a click sound. He thought it may have been a foul ball. Certainly was not. But Sanchez hits Rortvedt, a light hitting catcher, backup catcher to Will Smith, and now Ohtani is coming up.
And that's what I was about to say. When you put 3 runs up, the last thing you want to do is 9-hole hitter who's kind of in there because of Will Smith.
Probably going to see Will Smith in this game. Dave Roberts was fairly confident that his plan is to get him in regardless of the score. Will Smith has been out. Hairline fracture in his right hand. He's injured that hand September 3rd. He has not played a game, meaning he hasn't caught since September 9th. Catchers are not like regular position players. You have to build into the catching position with your legs, and so you might see a half a game for Will Smith at some point. Watch his first pitch from Ohtani. Takes it and takes a strike. Started him with a changeup. .55 home runs during the regular year. Drove in 102 Ohtani. Led the National League in runs, slugging. Led the league in OPS and total bases and intentional walks.
What did he not lead? Let's go that route.
You start putting together his superlatives, you could do an hour podcast on just the accomplishments alone. He's the greatest player in the game. Sums it up. And nobody like him. Remember, the Ohtani rule is in play. There is an actual rule in Major League Baseball for Ohtani. Even if he's taken out of the game as a pitcher, he'll still continue as the designated hitter.
Yeah, when you're the best player in the game, they put rules in for you.
Make your own rules. Sanchez has him down 1-2. Struck him out first time up. How about those names on the list? 55, 145 runs. Hard thing to do. 1 of 5 to do it. Count goes 3-2. Sanchez gets ahead early. Now the count is full. Mookie Betts due next. And a bouncer foul. Might have just clipped his toe there. Or Ohtani was going to make sure that was called a foul ball off the toe. Quick thinking. Payoff pitch again. And Ohtani takes a called strike 3. Christopher Sanchez painting with a fastball. Second strikeout of Ohtani tonight.
Unbelievable location right here. What an AB. What a matchup right here. Gets that first pitch change up over right here. Gets him here on the 1-1. Of course, works this thing back to 3-2. And then watch location here. Painted right away.
Here's Mookie Betts. First ball swinging, pulls it into the seats off the netting. Betts had a big wild card series, including 3 doubles in game 2. He had 6 hits in the series. He was 6 for 9. 3 doubles. He drove in 3 runs. Season numbers aren't up to Betts' normal expectations, but the last 50 games or so certainly have been. Big swing and a miss. Changeup from Sanchez.
Dave Roberts talked about it. That's 732 OPS on the year, 899 in September, BA. And he said when he finally kind of let go and said, you know what, my numbers are what they are, he's really been carrying this team again.
0-2 the count. Runner at first. On the ground. Turner. Stop. And in time for a double play. Betts disagrees. Dodgers will certainly want to take a look at this. Adrian Johnson, the calling umpire at first. For now, it is a 6-4-3 double play to end the inning. And I think Betts beat it.
Yeah.
So this is
Los Angeles is challenging the foul call at first base.
That's the voice of Mark Wegner, the crew chief.
I tell you, pretty impressive to make it this close to begin with. Betts obviously great speed, and there's a much better turn there by Trey Turner and Stott.
Replay reviews powered by Zoom in New York City, in the replay review room. We'll be taking a look at all these angles. This is a pretty easy one for the umpires. The Phillies are looking at the replay up on the board as well. They're returning to their positions.
After review, the call on the field is overturned. The runner is safe. Los Angeles will retain their challenge.
Yeah, we say, BA, you had a great call. 80% of the time, if you watch the players, they kind of tell you what's going to happen. They start running back. Teoscar Hernandez starts walking up to the dish.
It was interesting, though. Did you see how Betts signaled to his bench? He tapped his helmet, which will be in play next year when the ABS system, the automatic challenge system for balls and strikes. He's practicing. So Betts replaces Rortvedt at first base on a fielder's choice. 2 men are out here. And Teoscar Hernandez at the plate. Hernandez with 5 hits, including 2 homers in his career against the big lefty. Sanchez came from the Rays organization. Wild thrower, big velocity. And then as he dialed it down, he tried to become a command pitcher, knowing he wasn't going to stay in the major leagues if he didn't tone it down a notch and drop it into fourth gear. So now he's throwing 91, 92. That's not working out well either at that velocity. And he just started to build in with better mechanics as a big velocity pitcher with an incredible changeup, and has turned himself into a real ace.
You can just see both those changeup on Teoscar just continue to go away from you, and you keep diving and you just never get there. Now he's got it set up to go right back out, or he wants to bust him in with 96 right here. He's got him looking away.
1 ball, 2 strikes on Hernandez. Sanchez struck him out last time up, and he's late on it.
Now you see he had him set up. JT Realmuto calling for that sinker in, and Sanchez left that one out over the plate, got away with that.
That's only 8 stolen bases this year. Didn't run as much as we're accustomed to seeing. And Hernandez late again. Sticking with a fastball. You mentioned Realmuto. He is one of the greatest in the game of the old school catcher feel. He reads hitters. He knows his pitchers trust him. He kind of knows pitch to pitch and at bat to at bat. Certainly has the scouting report down pat. Here's a 1-2, and he struck him out. Got him with a changeup. Spat him up and then slowed him down, and Sanchez strands another, picks up his 5th K. TBS Total Motion presented by Progressive. Phillies fans letting Ohtani hear it. Ohtani making his first career postseason pitching appearance. And he deals 99 to Trey Turner to start the bottom of the 3rd. It's 3-0. Phillies score 3 in the 2nd. 2 RBI triple by Realmuto and a sac fly from Harrison Bader. And Turner late on that one, fouls it away. A ball and a strike. The likely MVP against the batting champion in the National League, and Trey Turner. Hit 304 this year. Where's Schwarber do next? Phillies are back at the top of their order. 2nd time around against Ohtani. Kike Hernandez for out number 1. Send it down to Lauren.
Brian, watching Trey run to first, you mentioned he strained his right hamstring September 7th, only played in 2 games since, but he told me I wasn't pushing it. To give you a little context, his average sprint speed is 30.3 feet per second, best in the game, right? Last game, he was at 25 feet per second, and I spoke with him yesterday. He said, I'm trying to be smart. I won't know if I can go 100% until I feel it in a playoff game. My gut says I'm okay.
And I think it'd be something to watch, Lauren, as we go, because 36 bags on the year for Trey Turner. So are we going to be able to see that at some point in October?
The hamstrings are tricky, especially get into October. The cooler weather, you're getting regular days off, which is helpful. In the National League this season, National League postseason, it's game 1, then an off day tomorrow. There will be no National League games tomorrow. So not only are you able to line up your pitching, but those who are hobbled or maybe a little compromised can get that day off. As Schwarber out front of a splitter from Ohtani. Players go to the tablets, watch their at-bats, pitch sequences, all that information available to them in the dugout. Ooh, Ohtani with a long dart.
Man, he tried to throw that splitter as hard as he could. Look, you go back to that first AB for Schwarber, a lot of high velocity fastballs. Now he comes out curveball and then splitter.
Good block back there by Rordvet. Good habits. 1-2 the count on Schwarber. Got him. Ohtani, another splitter, went right back to it. Strikes out Schwarber. Shohei Ohtani with his 3rd K, and he gets the first 2 men out here in this 3rd inning.
Well, good pitch there. At the end of the day, Kyle Schwarber, BA slugged 728 against fastballs, and you saw him almost miss that one in the first. This time, curveball and 3 splitters.
Here's Bryce Harper now. Again, first ball swinging. Harper has cut it loose on the first pitch. Both trips to the plate against Ohtani. He hit a little tapper to Ohtani in the first inning. He was a little late on that one at 100 miles an hour right down the middle. And Ohtani impressive in the third. Back to the splitter he goes. Back-to-back strikeouts of Schwarber and Harper. 3-0 Phillies after 3.
Tonight's StatCast 3D is powered by Google Cloud, and you're going to see right here what these Dodgers hitters are facing. You see that fastball, the first one, and then the changeup slider. So you obviously got to sell out for 95, 96. But then when he throws that changeup, you see how long it takes to get there. So he's got 3 strikeouts on the change, 2 on that sinker tonight.
It's one of the game's great pitches, that changeup for Sanchez, the pitch that has turned him into what he is this year. As Freddie Freeman on the first pitch, a one-hopper, and Turner puts him away. 1 pitch and 1 out for Christopher Sanchez. Those 5 strikeouts you mentioned, the count either was 0-2 or 1-2. Not on the deciding pitch, but somewhere in the count, Frenchie's getting ahead.
It was both in the first inning, the changeups there, and then you see with Pages comes in with that fastball, paints Ohtani away with the fastball, and then back to that changeup on Hernandez. Of course, 3 on that changeup, 2 on the sinkers so far.
5 Ks and 3 1/3, 10 outs recorded for Christopher Sanchez as he misses away to Tommy Edman. Edman had a home run in game 1 of the wild card series against Cincinnati. Hits that one sharply right at Bohm. He snares it. And a low throw dug out by Harper. Nice play on both ends. Bohm got a handful of dirt on that throw. And Tommy Edman is retired. 2 up, 2 down. Couple of ground outs for Sanchez.
And let me tell you, after kind of a long second and a little bit of that pitch count getting up in the third, you can see that ball was hit hard by Edman. Got up and wiped that handoff before he threw it across the diamond, but a 3-pitch inning so far on 2 quick outs. Good scoop by Harper.
Harper's turned himself into a very good first baseman. Remember, coming in from the outfield. He and Mookie Betts are interesting stories that parallel superstar players that have moved in from the outfield to the infield. Betts, of course, full-time shortstop now with the Dodgers. Bryce Harper came back as a first baseman 2 seasons ago because of the elbow surgery. It's the fastest way back. He couldn't throw very well. 0-2 the count on Kike Hernandez. Sanchez on the attack once again.
Or maybe Harper just likes a short run from the dugouts first now.
That is a nice, easy route. He's been a postseason star. He's still looking for that first ring. He's put up big numbers in his postseason career. 1-2 pitch. Hernandez lays off. 2-2 to Kike. Played 92 games this year, hit .203. Totally different player in the postseason though. Alex Call due next. Right back to Sanchez. 4 shutout innings, 5 strikeouts, and an 8-pitch inning with 3 ground balls for the big lefty. Tickets to the MLB postseason on Capital One Entertainment. Visit CapitalOne.com/entertainment for more information. Brian Anderson, Jeff Francoeur, Lauren Shahadi with you from Citizens Bank Park in Philadelphia. An electric atmosphere as always. Dodgers and Phillies. We move to the bottom of the fourth. Phillies scored all 3 of their runs in the second. Alec Bohm started that inning with a leadoff walk and scored the first run of the game.
I was going to say, it really was that second inning, kind of the bottom part of the order, middle to bottom, getting the job done. He's held these top 3, and Turner, Schwarber, and Harper to 0 for 6 with 3 Ks tonight.
Ohtani gave up 2 hits, a walk, and a sac fly in that second inning, but he came right back, retired the top of the order in order with a couple of strikeouts of Schwarber and Harper on the splitter. As a hitter tonight, Ohtani is 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Christopher Sanchez, 4 scoreless innings thus far with 5 Ks.
Oh, you know, right now watching these Phillies hitters, BA, they're you can tell trying to gear up for that fastball. They don't want to miss it. So any well-located off-speed pitch for Ohtani has kind of resulted in a swing and miss right now because of that.
Brandon Marsh due next, and Bohm on the ground. Mookie Betts ranges over, makes the play for out number 1. That's a full-time shortstop now. He graded out as one of the best defensive shortstops in the National League. For how you believe in the defensive metrics, sometimes they're not as trustworthy, but the bottom line is Betts has turned himself into a legitimate shortstop, a position he's always wanted to play. And we've seen him at that position over the last few years or in the infield, but this was the first year that he could settle in as the everyday shortstop. He credits Miguel Rojas for a lot of mentorship, preparing him to play the position.
Yeah, and even throughout this year, right? We always heard whispers of him going back to the outfield, the struggles of Conforto. His offense not getting going. Should we move him back, get him going? But he's had a great year at short.
Brandon Marsh, a cut and a miss. There's the big curveball from Ohtani. You're starting to see the expanded arsenal of Shohei Ohtani. Guy who throws 100 just lobbed in a 79-mile-an-hour curve. And he drops another one in there for a called strike 3. Ohtani, he finds a pitch, he sticks with it, and he picks up his 5th strikeout. 2 gone here in the 4th. Wear what the players are wearing on the field during the postseason. Check out the largest selection of authentic jerseys, caps, hoodies, and tees. Visit MLBshop.com for your favorite postseason team gear.
It's funny, both these guys, JT Realmuto with the big hit, even though he's not had a great year. Most guys on both these teams, they've played in these type games year after year lately. I always feel like the narrative of the moment being too big doesn't really apply to a lot of these guys out here on the field.
4 straight postseason appearances for the Phillies, and Realmuto has been a significant reason why. Free agent at season's end. Realmuto had that 2 RBI triple. He had a triple on opening day this year in Washington, D.C., and then just had his first career postseason triple, driving in 2 runs against Ohtani. Ohtani has retired 8 in a row since, however. And the 0-2. Big bouncer. Nice easy hop for Kike Hernandez. And Shohei Ohtani has settled in now after a 3-run second. He's retired 9 straight. Phillies lead it 3-0. You're watching the 2025 MLB postseason. It's brought to you by Best Western Hotels and Resorts and by DraftKings Sportsbook, your home for live betting. Well, the city lights up for Red October postseason time here in Philadelphia. Back-to-back National League East champs. They won the East by 13 games over the Mets. They actually clinched the division in Los Angeles in mid-September. Had a champagne celebration at Dodger Stadium. Christopher Sanchez back to work. Bottom of the Dodger order coming up here. Alex Call, Andy Pages, and then Ben Rortvedt scheduled. We notice Will Smith has a bat in hand in the dugout between innings. 2 quick strikes. Sanchez has been on the attack.
Well, it just continues. 14 out of 16 hitters tonight, first pitch strikes. And with his stuff, when he's ahead, it just as a hitter, there's no comfort. You can't get comfortable in the box, and he's doing a great job of keeping them on the defense.
Alex Call drew a walk in the 2nd inning. Put 2 men on in that inning. And a little tapper, going to be a tough play. And no play for Bohm. Alex Call with a walk and an infield hit. By any means necessary. And a leadoff single here in the 5th. Just the 2nd hit for the Dodgers. We kick it down to Lauren.
And Brian Larry Boa, special advisor to the Phils, told me when we first got Sanchez, he couldn't hit the dugout if he tried. No control, no velocity. JT's worked with him, and now if you watch that changeup and that 2-seamer, they spin the exact same way. And JT says if he's locked in, like Frenchie said, a lot of 0-1 counts. Sanchez told me yesterday, fastball command is X factor for me because I can throw my changeup with my eyes closed. Wow.
And another first pitch strike, Lauren.
And it shows. And as a hitter, Lauren, you're basically up there, you're guessing. It was like when Cole Hamels had that changeup here with that fastball. It's a mix and match, and he gets in no rhythm, gets in. It's unbelievable.
Andy Pages with a runner at first. Dodgers put a man on to start the inning. Pages a ground ball. That's a foul ball. Bohm gave it a dive. Just missed the bag on the foul side. That's not a reviewable play. The play was in front of the umpire.
Well, that was close though, wasn't it?
It's a little offset from down the line, but you can see clearly foul.
And you saw Will Smith come out here, and I think Dave Roberts knows at this point of the game, he loves where Ohtani's at right now. He's kind of fell into a nice rhythm, and he knows he's got to have some offense now. And that's why you're seeing him.
Will Smith due next. He's going to pinch hit for Rortvedt. And Dave Roberts is going to play his card. The interesting thing will be if Smith pinch hits, which looks likely. Does Ohtani continue on the mound? Which also looks likely. He's retired 9 in a row. Changing catchers never an easy thing for a pitcher. In the air, center field, it's dying, and it is caught by Bader. Bader snaps up, throws to first late. What a play by Harrison Bader for out number 1. He's been a game changer for the Phillies in the outfield, Frenchie.
And I'll just tell you what, no knock to any of the other guys, BA, but this is why they brought him over, not only his offense, but because of his defense. Maybe the only guy that makes this play, especially shaded towards the left more. And you talk about a save. That ball gets past him right there. You got at least 2nd and 3rd, if not a run scored. And of course, he's a Gold Glover. And you're seeing why. Bullpen appreciates it.
Won a Gold Glove as a member of the Cardinals before his adventures began. Traded to the Yankees with the Reds. He was with the Mets and most recently Minnesota. Meeting at the mound. Will Smith announces the pinch hitter. Caleb Cotham, Phillies pitching coach, out for a scout report.
I always laugh. I know they do this with a scouting report, but it's like, you hadn't gone over Will Smith yet today?
Seems like a guy you would have gone over at some point. So Dave Roberts going to take his shot. The goal with Smith is a half a game to try to see what they have in him. Hasn't played in a game in almost a month. He got injured over a month ago, tried to play through a hairline fracture on the hand. First at bat of the postseason here. He did not get one in the wild card series. And first pitch swing, sinker from Sanchez, and it's 0-1. Another first pitch strike. He's hit on first pitch strikes to all but 2 batters tonight. Strike 2, right on the edge. Dropped a changeup in there. Frenchie's been 25 days since Will Smith had a plate appearance.
And then you're coming into this situation right here all the way back to September 9th against the Rockies.
And that was with a fracture in the hand. And a swing and a miss. Sanchez, back-to-back changeups, goes with his signature pitch. Strikes out Will Smith. Strikeout number 6. It's out number 2.
And watch where this ball is. 0-1 painted on the corner. So what does he do, BA? I'm going a little bit farther out, a little bit farther down. And with 2 strikes as a hitter, you got to protect the plate. And a guy that hadn't seen live pitching in 25 days, he expands the zone.
2 outs, top of the order. Here is Ohtani with a runner at first. A play by Harrison Bader could be one of those signature moments of this game if the Phillies go on to win it. If that drops, you're looking at 2 on, nobody out. Smith coming up, then Ohtani. And then you get into the Betts and Hernandez roll as Ohtani, big swing and a miss.
Now just when you think he goes low on a changeup, right? Maybe here comes a sinker. Throws a nice little slider in there on Ohtani.
Got him. Big rip on the changeup. 1-2 the count. Fastball right down the heart, caught him guessing. Number 7 for Christopher Sanchez, and Harrison Bader coming up with the defensive play of the game at this point. The Gold Glover making an impact, and Sanchez takes care of the rest. Is presented by Booking.com. Christopher Sanchez, big hug for Harrison Bader. Made a beautiful diving catch. Will Smith stays in the game behind the plate. His first action in over a month. This will be curious times for the Dodgers. Probably more so tomorrow, which is an off day. See how he comes through this game. It is interesting, though, that Ohtani now has to work to a different catcher. Certainly a catcher he's familiar with, but a different catcher in the middle of his start.
Yeah, the way we've seen Ohtani throw the last 2 innings, BA, I don't know if it matters. The way he started this one.
Max Kepler late on it, fouls it away. Ohtani's retired 9 in a row. He's got 4 strikeouts in the 9 in a row window, 5 overall, giving up the 3 runs on 2 hits and a sac fly in the second. 0-2 the count on Kepler.
It was impressive last inning with Sanchez. You give up that little single, and then Baez hit that ball pretty good, slicing away, and then you come out and you strike out Will Smith on 3 and get Ohtani looking for the 3rd strikeout of the night.
And Ohtani bores one in on the hand, strikes out Kepler to start the bottom of the 5th. Let's send it down to Lauren Shahadi.
Well, Will Smith behind the plate, and I'm told it's a pain tolerance thing. They were happy they didn't have to use him, Brian and Frenchie, as a pinch hitter in that wild card round. I saw him catch a bullpen yesterday, and Dave Roberts told me he's as close to 100% as he can be, but he said it's a long month if they advance, and they want to slow play it.
Well, and that's a great point, and that was the injury. It was on a follow-through, on a foul ball, I should say. Just clipped him right on the hand, which was left a little exposed. And I can't imagine a worse injury for the hitting side of Will Smith. And didn't discover there was a hairline fracture in it until another evaluation in an MRI. And that hit Bader. So Bader will reach, had a sac fly in the second. Now he's hit by a pitch, and he is aboard with 1 away.
Yeah, just kind of a little backup. You can see it just nipped his jersey.
Ooh, I mean, barely clipped it.
Yeah.
Is reviewable. Dodgers will not review it. In the postseason, managers get an extra challenge. You get 2 challenges prior to the 8th inning, and then all crews, once you get past the 8th inning, are going to come together and take a look at any close call. So the Phillies have a runner on. Bryson Stott takes a strike on a big curve.
You know, finishing up what Lauren was saying on Will Smith, he was having an unbelievable offensive season too. That's the thing. Don't get me wrong. He is a catcher. That's important. But he was middle hitter in this order.
Stott, line drive into center field, a base hit. Bryson Stott connects on the split finger fastball, and the Phillies in business here in the 5th with 2 on and 1 out.
We talked about it. This second half of the year, Marsh and Stott have really come on, and you can see Stott just goes out and pokes that one over Betts' head. Nice piece of hitting by the second baseman.
Hit batter and a single, 2 on, 1 away. Top of the order now, Trey Turner. So noisy. Ohtani covering up his ear. That's where the PitchCom receiver is. And that hits Bader. He's going to stay put. Ouch. He's been hit twice on this pass around.
Hey, that hit him, but this could have been close if he caught this ball.
Certainly caught more of the arm than the hit by pitch did. That one smarted.
I'm telling you, look at this. If Tommy Edman's able to get this ball, he might have had him.
Dig in there with base cam. Bader very fast. And that one right off the end of the bat. Betts secures it. Second out. Both runners scamper back.
And you see Turner. He's getting ready for that fastball right there. Was trying to rush him a little bit. Great selection by Ohtani, a sweeper. And hit a soft line drive to Mookie Betts.
Anthony Banda loosening in the Dodger bullpen now. And it is Ohtani against Schwarber. Struck out Schwarber and Harper in the 3rd inning with splitters. And again, a warning here. Mr. Seha telling Ohtani to make sure the batter is attentive. 3-0 Phillies. 2 men aboard, 2 outs. And the All-Star Game MVP at the plate in Kyle Schwarber. Big swing and a miss.
Not only that, we got the 1st and 2nd place MVPs of this year. Hasn't been announced yet, but these 2 guys right here will be 1 and 2.
Feels like that's where it's headed. Schwarber, 21 career postseason homers, 4th all time. And a big swing, 100-mile-an-hour gas. And it's 0-2, power on power.
And those are the pitches Kyle Schwarber lives for right there. And that one, you see the ride on it up, and Schwarber right under it.
See what it gives him here. Schwarber takes it low, back to the breaking ball.
I think that replay we just saw is what Ohtani's done with his fastball. So we talk about the RPMs. It's that little extra ride that you can see getting up in the zone, and hitters just can't catch up to it.
Ohtani's been a handful for Schwarber tonight. He's seen 13 pitches. He has 7 swings and misses already. And he takes a ball. Game-changing moment here. Schwarber with 56 homers. A long ball here would make it 6-0. Could be a put-away punch in the middle of this game. And Ohtani misses with a fastball. Full count.
And now the runner's going to get a head start and great speed on the bases with Bader and Stott.
Moment of truth for Shohei Ohtani. Bullpen is active. 2 outs in the 5th. And a swing and a miss. Schwarber strikes out. Ohtani gets him on the big curveball. Clutch strikeout for Ohtani. Keeps the Dodgers in this game 1. It's 3-0 Phillies. We go to the 6th. Dodgers coming to bat. T-Mobile, the best network in the game, is now the best network in America. Christopher Sanchez, as advertised, dominating the Dodgers here in his home ballpark. 5 scoreless innings, just 2 hits allowed, an infield single last inning in the 5th, a leadoff single by Freddie Freeman in the 2nd. He's got Betts, Teoscar Hernandez, and Freddie Freeman due up here in the 6th inning. 3-0 Phillies, all 3 of those runs coming in the 2nd. First 3 batters of that inning reached and all scored. Real Muto, 2 RBIs on a triple, Bader with a sac fly.
What a 3-2 curveball, though, last inning from Ohtani to Schwarber, wasn't it? Wow.
For his 7th strikeout. How long's Dave Roberts going to let it ride with Ohtani? Could have changed the game right there. Never know how this one will end. Phillies bullpen on paper and kind of what we've seen from the Dodgers in much better shape. That is a strength compared to the Dodgers bullpen. Although Dave Roberts feels like he may have found something in Roki Sasaki as closer in that wild card series. 1-2 the count. And Betts spoils one foul. Mookie Betts 0 for 2. 2 balls on the ground. Sanchez with that changeup had him chasing.
And what you do with these hitters, and you saw that with Will Smith, now with Mookie Betts, he just expands a little bit more each time. So all of a sudden you could see him going way out. Now again, he's got him set up to bust him in right here or go right back out.
Goes away, roll over ground ball. Got to hustle this one to first. Turner takes care of Mookie Betts for out number 1 of this 6th inning. One more game on the schedule after us. It's over on FS1 tonight at 8:30. Tigers and Mariners, ALDS game 1. Tomorrow, Yankees Blue Jays. That'll be game 2 there on FS1. And then Tigers Mariners will play game 2 at 8 p.m. Eastern on FS1. Last time they had a postseason game in Seattle at T-Mobile. Jeff Francoeur and I were there. It was a 6-hour marathon and went 18 innings. They had waited 2 decades to play a game in Seattle, and a 1-0 Astros win.
They're still waiting for them to score from that game.
Frenchie put down 10,000 calories.
I got hangry
during that broadcast.
6 hours and not being able to eat. What do you expect?
Caleb Cotham on the phone down to the Phillies bullpen. Sanchez cruising along here with 1 out in the 6th. So very little traffic behind him. Dodgers did have 2 on in the 2nd inning. But there were 2 outs when that occurred, and he got out of the inning with a strikeout.
Just thinking along with Rob Thompson here, if you're sitting here, I think he wants 5 more outs from Sanchez in a perfect world. Strom for the 8th and get the light show on the big fella for the 9th.
John Duran, the new closer, and it is a light show. 1-2, another favorable count for Sanchez. And that one misses. Keep in mind, with the day off tomorrow, and this being a best-of-5 series, both managers are planning on using their game 1 starters again. Phillies have a chance to bring Sanchez back in game 4, whereas the Dodgers haven't committed just yet, but said it wouldn't be before a game 5 for Ohtani. A swing and a miss. Sanchez strikes out his 8th Dodger. Got him on the changeup. 2 gone here in the 6th inning.
I mean, it's just relentless with this pitch. Again, you just never gets there. How many swings have we seen from these great right-handed hitters where that butt just kind of bails out and you're leaning over the plate and you just can't get to it?
2 up, 2 down. Freddie Freeman singled on the first pitch he saw in the 2nd inning. Grounded out last time up. It's amazing to me that Christopher Sanchez can go from a guy who can't throw a changeup, doesn't have the feel for it, to this point now. And what he told Lauren, he could throw it with his eyes closed. It's such a weapon for him, and such a familiar, comfortable pitch, even in the most intense moments.
Well, you know how you beat the Dodgers? The top 3 hitters in the order, 0 for 9 with 6 strikeouts. You keep them off the base pass, and that's what Sanchez has done tonight.
So David Robertson in the Philadelphia pen. And Freeman takes a ball. 2-1 to Freeman.
I know you're always going to warm someone up, right? We talk about it, but if I'm the Dodgers, I want anybody coming into this game right now.
Good point. 2 balls and a strike. Freeman takes a ball. 3-1 now. Tommy Edman, the switch hitter, due next. Phillies lead 3-0. And a hitter's count, and Freeman draws the walk. Just the second walk issued by Sanchez. It's a 2-out base runner now, and that brings up Edman.
Don't want to miss a postseason game? Just tell Siri, show me the upcoming MLB schedule.
Sanchez with 2 away, now a runner at first. Edman has hit the ball on the ground twice. Way out in front.
And when you see a swing like that, BA, on a 1-0 pitch, that tells you everything you need to know right there. You're selling out fastball, you're ready for that sinker, and he just pulls a string on that pitch.
Making his 3rd postseason start. He's had 1 start in each of the last 2 playoff runs for the Phillies. He's been efficient as well. Only 59 pitches at this point, with 2 outs in the 6th inning. 2 balls and a strike. And Edman, a shot into right field, a base hit. Freeman will stop at second. A walk and a single. The Dodgers will bring the tying run to the plate now in the 6th inning.
Well, good job by Edman right there. He finally got a changeup a little bit up, and look, at the end of the day, instead of, if he tries to pull that ball, probably rolls it over. Instead, he shoots it the other way, and something these Dodgers hitters have not been able to do tonight.
It's not Rob Thompson, it's Caleb Cotham out to the mound. There'll be at least 1 more hitter for Christopher Sanchez. 2 outs in the 6th, but now 2 men are on. Kike Hernandez coming to the plate. Some anxious moments here at Citizens Bank Park. Dodgers have big firepower. One of the most prolific offenses in the major leagues this year.
Rob Thompson, smart right here to leave Sanchez in against Hernandez.
Robertson's ready in the bullpen. But this is his aces game for now. Dodgers had the most comeback wins in the National League in the regular season, 48. Only Toronto had more in the major leagues. Kike Hernandez with 2 on and 2 out.
Now look, at the end of the day, Rob Thompson rode this starting staff hard this year, and that was the strength of this ball club. 3.53 ERA, first in the National League. 966 strikeouts from this starting staff, 100 more, and so you can see he's got confidence right here in Sanchez to try to get out of this.
He's missed on the first pitch strike. The last 3 batters, he's fallen behind. Hernandez, line drive. That is going to be a fair ball. Freddie Freeman around third. He'll score easily. Tommy Edman being waved home, and he is in there without a throw. Kike Hernandez delivers in the postseason again. 2 RBI double. It's a 3-2 Phillies lead.
Tell you what, BA, it's incredible, man. We talked about it. Kike Hernandez hitting 203 on the year. Huge wild card series, and now right here gets a slider. We have not seen too many of these tonight. And right here trying to throw a little wrinkle into Hernandez and just hung this one. 109 off the bat. And actually, if you see Dino Abel down at third base, he was trying to hold Tommy Edman up because of his ankle. And Edman ran right through it, and like that, the Dodgers right back in this game, 3-2 Phillies.
Of the Commissioner of Baseball and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without express written consent.
Christopher Sanchez is out. He got the first 2 outs quickly in the 6th, could not close the door. A walk and 2 hits. Kike Hernandez with a double and 2 RBIs. That's the line for now. Still responsible for Kike at second base. And it's going to be 40-year-old David Robertson, a late add to this Phillies ball club this year. He's going to get the ball with 2 outs in the 6th. Dave Roberts will counter with Max Muncy off the bench.
Yeah, he's kind of going with his guy here in Max, and good matchup for Muncy. Robertson in his career has been great against righties and lefties, but this year so far lefties, BA hitting a .313 clip with 920 OPS.
This has not been a strength for Max Muncy to be a pinch hitter. 0 for 7 this year. In his career, 155 batting average coming off the bench. But this was the card that Dave Roberts wanted to play tonight. Starting Alex Call in left, Kike Hernandez at third, meaning he could deploy Muncy in the most opportune time, and this is it. Tying run at second base. 2-0 the count. Robertson deals. Muncy almost hit by the pitch.
I'm surprised that Rob Thompson at this point hasn't gone ahead and put him on base. You got the righty Pajes on deck, who is struggling right now, and it's a 3-0 count. The last thing you want to do is crank Muncy something middle.
Oh, swinging 3-0. Have the green light, pulls it foul. David Robertson was signed in July for a half a season at age 40. Three balls and a strike. And Muncy turns on it, pulls it foul.
Pretty sure Muncy has swung at ball 4 and ball 5 with that cutter in from Robertson. See if he comes right back in there. His kind of go-to pitch is that knuckle curve to put away.
5 pitches. The last 3 have been cutters. His signature pitch. 3-2 the count. And Muncy, little half swing. Robertson fields it long, underhand flip to first, and gets out of the inning. Saves an inherited run for Christopher Sanchez. The Dodgers bite a little in the 6th. Kike Hernandez delivers in the clutch in the postseason once again. It's a 3-2 game. Phillies lead it, and they're coming up. The 2025 MLB postseason is brought to you by Booking.com. Booking.yeah. And brought to you by Verizon. Shohei Ohtani back to work. New game now. Ohtani gets out of a jam. It's a big strikeout of Schwarber to end the inning with 2 on. And then Kike Hernandez delivers 2 runs. He moves to left. Muncy stays into play third. Bryce Harper leads off for the Phillies.
All night, Harper has been a tick late on that fastball from Ohtani. Just can't time it up right yet.
Ohtani back out for his 6th inning. And a swing and a miss. Splitter's been good for Ohtani. He's got Harper 0 for 2 tonight. Struck him out last time up on that same pitch. The 1-2. See, Ohtani's tempo is quick as well. Vesia, one One of the trusted relievers for Dave Roberts, beginning to loosen here in this 6th inning. And a swing and a miss. Ohtani with the curveball again. It's turned out to be one of his A pitches here lately. Strikes out Harper, strikeout number 8.
And the same pitch he struck Schwarber out on. It just kind of that pitch. Guys gear up for 98 to 100. And the one thing for Shohei is he's locating that curveball tonight. It's first strike, and he is in a groove right now.
Alec Bohm. First ball swinging, lazy fly ball to shallow right. Teoscar Hernandez puts it away for out number 2.
I want to go back for a second, PA, and talk about to kind of end that last inning when I was saying Robertson had Muncy 3-0. That 3-0 and 3-1 to Muncy were a good 6 inches in. And part of this game, right, is being able to pass that baton to the next guy. And, you know, Muncy has had some huge hits in his postseason, but if they're not going to give you anything, you can't force the issue. And once Robertson got back in that count 3-2, then he dropped the knuckle curve on him right there. And look, I know Pages is struggling. He's had a great year, and I said it. He's hitting .319 with runners in scoring position. So it's a huge stop for the Phillies there.
That was the next guy up. And it was nothing but cutters and curves from David Robertson. I thought with a base open at first, he might have been just kind of working around him here, but this was the...
He was, even that was a ball if he lets that go. So he really threw him 6 balls. And again, this is one of those things. Muncy usually starting all the time, right? And you wonder, you talk about his pinch hit numbers coming in like that.
One ball, 2 strikes on Brandon Marsh.
Thinking ahead now with Topper a little bit. You got to wonder if you're going to see Strom warm up at some part. You got the 2 righties and Pages and Smith, and then of course flips back over to Ohtani.
Again, Ohtani can come out of the game as the pitcher, but remain in the game in the DH spot. So it's all a pitching decision here for Dave Roberts. Ohtani's been lights out since that 3-run 2nd inning. Now it's a 3-2 count. He got ahead of Marsh. Marsh has fought his way back. JT Realmuto with a 2 RBI triple in the 2nd. He's due up next. 2 outs. And Ohtani goes back to the hook. He strikes out Brandon Marsh. 3 up, 3 down, 9 Ks for Shohei Ohtani. What a performance from the game's greatest player. Phillies lead it 3-2. We go to the 7th. Check out the latest betting odds from DraftKings Sportsbook. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Place your bets live today. You can sign up with promo code HEAT. 3-2 game. Phillies lead the Dodgers. Dodgers got 2 last inning on a Kike Hernandez 2 RBI double. And David Robertson is back on the mound to face Andy Pages. Pages, the number 8 hitter. Will Smith is in the number 9 spot based on where he pinch hit in his last time up. So you're in a Pages, Smith, Ohtani, Betts run. And a significant moment here for the Phillies and the pen. Strom, big lefty loosening in that pen. Robertson has dominated right-handed batters this year.
Tell you what, if he has a great postseason, does he got it figured out now? Sign in July.
Give him a half a season.
That's what I'm saying.
Got a nice paycheck.
Play golf. Not have to go to spring.
40 years of age from Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Pages, a fly ball, slicing. And Kepler can't get there up in the seats. Not a lot of quarters over there. Very tight down the lines. Not a lot of foul territory at all here at Citizens Bank Park. Robertson in 2022, he signed with the Cubs, but then he was traded to Philadelphia in August. He was on their World Series team, earned a save in Game 1 of that World Series against Houston. Second tour with the Phillies. Longtime New York Yankee, learned that cut fastball from the great Mariano Rivera, and it's been a signature pitch ever since. 2-2 to Pages. Ooh, that one just missed.
Well, you see JT Realmuto put his head down. He wanted that pitch bad.
Stuck the landing, made it look good.
Close. I don't think I'd take that pitch again if I was Pages.
Count is full. And a hot shot through for a base hit. Dodgers put their leadoff man aboard. Pages with a single, a 2-strike hit. And the Dodgers have a man on to start this 7th inning as we send it down to Lauren.
And Brian, I'm by the Dodgers dugout. Dave Roberts just mouthed the words, "Where's Shohei?" Went down to talk to him and said he's done.
He's done on the mound?
Yeah, I was going to say.
Down putting his batting gloves on.
Yeah, he ain't totally done, Lauren, but his night on the mound is done, as you can see. We talked about Tyler Glasnow, and Dave Roberts told us he feels great. Even though he's never really done it, he trusts his big fella to come out of that pen. And quite frankly, B.A., he's got to get some work, right?
It has not pitched in a while. And there is a scenario if he dominates. Dave Roberts said he'd have no problem letting him finish a game. You could be looking at a true piggyback where you have one starter piggyback off another. Phillies would certainly have something to say about that. All indications is that Glasnow would be the Game 4 starter. That's not been stated officially, but he's hot in the bullpen tonight, and he's about to enter into this one.
Man, we talked about the problems with the Dodgers in that bullpen this year, B.A. Most innings also pitched in the regular season in all of baseball, so you have a weapon like Tyler Glasnow, you can see he's going to use it.
Will Smith with a runner at first. Second at bat for Smith. And that clipped him, I think. Got him on the elbow. Sure did. So Smith is hit by a pitch. David Robertson comes back out to start the 7th. Gives up a single and a hit batter.
I mean, just another one we've seen. Good job by Will Smith, just kind of putting your arm down and knowing who you got coming up behind you, knowing you get first and second. Now Dodgers have something cooking.
And Rob Thompson's going to take the ball from Robertson. He'll bring on his lefty. Matt Strom will match up against Shohei Ohtani. Fire is burning hot right now. Dodgers down a run, but threatening with nobody out in the 7th. Seattle, you know they'll be rocking in Seattle. Yankees, Blue Jays tomorrow for Game 2. Toronto winning big today, and then Game 2 Tigers, Mariners tomorrow. Those are all on FS1. Matt Strom enters the fray to face Shohei Ohtani here with nobody out and 2 men aboard. Ohtani has struck out 3 times tonight, and based on Lauren's report, he is done on the mound. Closed the book at 6 innings, 3 hits, 3 runs. He struck out 9.
You know, Strom's had a great year, but has not inherited a lot of runners this year. Only 8, 2 have scored. Has been mostly coming into start innings for Rob Thompson.
3-2 Phillies lead it. And Ohtani, ground ball foul. Ohtani finished his night on the mound, retiring 15 of 17 batters. At one point, it retired 10 in a row after the 3-run second inning. Glasnow is ready. Phillies will have the bottom of their order coming up. 6, 7, 8. Pages at second, Smith at first, a single and a hit batter. And a called strike 3. He caught Ohtani guessing again. Fastball down the heart, out number 1.
What a job by Strom. You talk about coming into the fire right here. First and second facing Ohtani. And you can see just misses right there. Of course, gets the foul ball on this pitch. Ohtani goes in right there on him and then paints him. Third time looking on a fastball tonight for Ohtani. 4 strikeouts for Shohei.
Big out that is. And now it is Mookie Betts who takes a strike on the edge. Strom's gotten some big outs in the postseason for the Phillies.
Because of that slider, kind of reverse split guy. Lefty's hitting about 40 points higher than right-handed hitters.
Remember, he closed out a division series against Atlanta a couple of years ago. 1-1. Mookie Betts has been a hot hitter. 26 RBIs his last 26 games. That includes the 2 postseason games. Hit over 320 in his last 50. Back to the normal Mookie Betts. Phillies set up to turn 2, and Betts got in on his hands, and it's 1-2 now.
Teoscar Hernandez on deck. 3 strikeouts for him tonight against Sanchez. You know, he wants a chance at redeeming himself.
2 men aboard with 1 away. And Betts line drive hooking foul in the seats. Count is 2-2 now on Mookie Betts.
Mookie caught this slider out front. A little too much, hit it hard, but hooked it.
Not many guys who could hit 20 homers and drive in 82 and call it a lost season.
Right.
That's Mookie Betts. High expectations, former MVP. Matt Strom ready to go. 2-2, way outside. Count is full now.
Even through that down season, there'll be a .295 with runners in scoring position for Mookie. Still continues to get the big hits for the Dodgers when they need it.
That's 6 of them in the wild card round in 2 games. 3-2 with 1 out. Here comes Strom. Jammed him. Pop up. And Bohm infield fly rule is the call. Bohm squeezes it anyway. Runners at their own risk. And it is a huge second out for Strom. They Play Ball is baseball's global youth initiative to highlight the fun and accessible ways to play our great game. To learn more, including how to find a league near you, go to playball.org. Follow @playball on X, Facebook, and Instagram.
And what a pitch by Strom. 3-2, here you go, right? Here's your fastball. Got the pop-up.
Teoscar Hernandez with 2 outs now. Tying run at second base. Go ahead, run at first in Smith. They'll be on the run with a crack of the bat here with 2 outs. Hernandez, a high fly ball deep into right center. Got some barrel on that one. It's got some carry, and it is gone. Teoscar Hernandez. A 3-run home run in the 7th inning. He has flipped the scoreboard. 5-3 Dodgers.
Strom had almost escaped the jam. Was able to get Ohtani with the strikeout, able to get Betts to fly out. Teoscar Hernandez, that we talked about, 2 home runs in game 1 of that wild card. 1-0 fastball and shoots it to right center. Wow. What an AB.
He is having another great postseason at the plate. He's had some struggles in right, but there's no doubt about his bat. He barreled it. It was a high rain-making fly ball. And he dumps it into the bleachers in right field. Freddie Freeman pops this one up. It's going to stay playable. Bohm is over, and the inning is over. But Teoscar Hernandez strikes again. 2 homers in game 1 of the wild card round. And he hits a big 3-run home run in the 7th. Teo time with the Dodgers. 5-3 LA. We go to the bottom of the 7th. It is stretch time in Philly. Well, the postseason is defined by signature moments. We bring you inside the booth presented by AT&T, and we just had one. And Teoscar Hernandez, despite all that goes on defensively with him, he knows he's a liability. He's in there for his bat.
Well, 3 strikeouts tonight, and how does he redeem himself? Hits a home run to give the Dodgers a 5-3 lead, and it goes back to the wild card game right here. Getting it started right here. Hanging, no doubter to left field off Hunter Green. And of course hits another one that game for a 2-homer game. As you see, drives that one. That's his power. He stays through that ball. And then tonight, of course, Trump, fastball a little bit elevated right here and just shoots it the other way. And you can see Bader keep drifting. And I'm telling you, it comes with the big hit. And now you want some more drama, BA. The Dodgers bullpen's not been great. So what? Let's get Tyler Glasnow in there.
Yeah, he's become a very high-priced reliever that will now enter this game with the Dodgers leading. The last time Glasnow appeared out of the bullpen, regular season or postseason, 2018. It was the last game before the Pirates traded him to the Tampa Bay Rays. It's been a while.
Well, again, usually this Dodgers bullpen is so strong, and it has not been the case this year. And you can see right here, Dave Roberts told us not going to be scared to go to Glasnow. And I agree with you at this point now that they got the lead. If he's cruising, this is his game, man.
Ride it out. Glasnow, likely the Game 4 starter. Now he takes over in a 5-3 game. Phillies bottom 7 here. Starts with JT Realmuto, who drove in 2 with a triple in the 2nd.
But you always wonder, right? I know he's so great. But you always wonder when you bring someone out of the pen like this, what it's going to do.
On the road.
Yeah.
It's a different routine. He does get to start a clean inning here, though. He's had a nice long runway to warm up. I mean, we saw him warming up with plenty of time. I don't know how off his routine he would have been as far as his actual warm up, but he had plenty of time to do what he would normally do. But instead of coming out of the dugout, you're coming out of the bullpen.
Oh, how many times we see in the postseason guys get forced into situations that you never see them? We talked about Strom coming that inning. Only 8 inherited runners all year. And all of a sudden you come first and second with no outs, and same thing here. Glasnow 3-1 now.
7 years since his last relief appearance. It's a smash. Muncy snags it to his feet. Throw to first. Freeman can't dig it out. Realmuto is safe. JT Realmuto on a 3-1 pitch, hit it sharply. Muncy almost made a great play. It's a base runner to start the 7th for the Phillies.
Okay, that ball was smoked right there, and what a play by Muncy. 111 off the bat for JT Realmuto, and would have had him right here. Tough hop. And Freddie Freeman, how many times have we seen him make that play throughout his career and just wasn't able to snag it?
Scored as an error on Muncy, a throwing error. Here's Max Kepler now, and he takes a strike from Glasnow. Rob Thompson going with Kepler tonight. Been in a platoon with Castellanos. Kepler, fly ball to left. Routine for Kike Hernandez. And it's going to be out number 1. Hey, watch MLB legends and stars tee off in the inaugural Capital One MLB Open, Shadow Creek in Vegas, November 18th, 9:30 Eastern on TNT. And the aforementioned Castellanos will have his moment here as he pinch hits for Harrison Bader with 1 out in the 7th. Ryan Kirkering loosening in the Philadelphia bullpen. Castellanos has been a mainstay, everyday right fielder. That changed this year. He struggled a bit. Got into a little verbal altercation in the media with his manager. We talked to Rob Thompson about that earlier today. It's all been squashed. He says his door's always open, and that was his message to Castellanos. And now they move on.
Well, it's 582 OPS in the second half. You're not going to play as much, but you want to endear yourself to your manager and your fans right here, you can do that in one swing.
He's been dealing with tendonitis in the knee. Been a big game hitter for the Phillies in the postseason as he chases one. Castellanos got benched back in mid-June. What was labeled as inappropriate comments to the manager. I've never seen that before.
That's one way to put it.
That was the first incident that became public. Thompson removing Bader, who has a sac fly, a diving catch. For Castellanos is the pinch hitter. Now he's down a ball and 2 strikes. Last now deals, just missed.
It's a great job by Castellanos, the free swinger. Usually this is a ball you might see him fish on, but 3-4 inches off the plate. Count the 2-2.
Glasnow returned in early July, missed 2.5 months with shoulder problems. Made 13 starts after he came back, posted a 2.86 ERA.
Castellanos, BA's got this count back to 3-2. Imagine the way Glasnow's throwing him right now. It's going to be something slider, something on the outer corner, trying to get him to fish still.
He's been a free swinger in his career. Glasnow deals. Castellanos on the ground, got a chance to 2 here. Muncy to second, throw to first, and it's in time for a double play. Max Muncy to Tommy Edman to Freddie Freeman. Slow runner going down the line. 2 perfect throws, and Glasnow gets through the 7th. Time for more baseball presented by Geico. Get more with Geico. JT Realmuto drove in a pair with a triple in the second 3-run inning against Shohei Ohtani. Kike Hernandez delivers again. That was in the 6th to make it a 1-run game. And 1 swing of the bat by Teoscar Hernandez gave the Dodgers the lead. A 3-run homer with 2 outs in the 7th. Now we move to the 8th. Dodgers up 5-3. Orion Kirkering is on the mound.
Yeah, this righty, 24 years old. If you remember, BA 2 years ago was kind of thrown in the fire during the playoffs up here in Philadelphia, but he's had a good year. Been as good in the second half. As you can see with Castellanos, of course, moves Marsh over to center and Kepler to left.
It does bear some speculation that Harrison Bader could be injured or ill. Perhaps it's just a managerial decision. It's a bit of an unusual one, even though the Phillies are down, and that is a called strike 3 as Kirkering rings the bell on Tommy Edman. Lauren's down there between innings working on that. What do you have, Lauren?
Well, Harrison was hit on the wrist, so I thought it might be that, but I'm told not the case. He left the game with a left hamstring strain. He got a little bit of treatment, and he's working it out.
Great, thank you, Lauren. Good stuff. So, you know, you're looking at the scene,
yeah,
and you're wondering, is that a moment for Castellanos? But there you go. There's your answer. Turner, what a play, and dug out by Harper. Harper with his second pick. Kike Hernandez is retired. 2 gone here in the 8th inning. Terrific play by Trey Turner.
Man, terrific play by Trey Turner. And let's talk right here about the pick by Bryce Harper. You said earlier, BA, he's turned himself into a really good first baseman. That's not an easy play. And, you know, going back on the Harrison Bader, kind of said to you after the inning, wonder if something's wrong. He almost did a home run off Ohtani. He's had a really good run here, and I just, again, not only that, but you become weaker defensively, right? In a game that is so close, and to keep getting word, see how Harrison Bader is as the series goes on.
Day off tomorrow. Game 2 will be Monday night. Max Muncy down 0-2. Second at bat for Muncy, entered the game in the 6th. Kerkering has electric stuff. 24-year-old, Southern California born. Played his college ball at South Florida. 1-2 the count, and did he go? They'll ask. He did not. And the count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
I remember like it was yesterday when we talked about him with his dad. You remember 2 years ago and showing him in the stands. Kerkering, the young rookie.
2-2. That was a great story. He was a 22-year-old getting in his first postseason run. Kerkering has emerged now as a weapon for the Phillies, especially in what they call a down game when they're down late. And a swing and a miss. Kerkering impressive. 3 up, 3 down with a couple of Ks. Dodgers lead it 5-3. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Stott, Turner, Schwarber. If anybody reaches, Bryce Harper. Hey, vote now to select the 2025 All-MLB team. It's presented by MGM Rewards. Your chance to be a part of history and honor this season's top performers. See MLB.com/AllMLB for details. Tyler Glasnow rolls on here. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. It is 5-3 Dodgers. Teoscar Hernandez with a 3-run homer in the 7th. Went from a 3-2 Philly lead to a 5-3 Dodger lead as Miguel Rojas enters the game for Tommy Edman at second base. Number 9 hitter Bryson Stott starts it, then Turner, then Schwarber.
And you look here, the Phillies, Bryson Stott, the 9-hole hitter, only his 3rd at bat of the night. I know they got those 3 runs early, but only 3 hits for this Phillies offense tonight.
Tyler Glasnow, a starting pitcher turned reliever for tonight. Might be one night only. Dodgers got healthy at just the right time, somewhat by design. Tyler Glasnow and Blake Snell combining for just 8 starts prior to the All-Star break. And they're both healthy and pitching well right now as Glasnow gets a swing and a miss and a strikeout to start the 8th inning. First strikeout for Tyler Glasnow.
Well, Stott's going to go back and look at that at bat BA, and he took 2 fastballs for strikes to start. And when you do that against Glasnow, you're bringing that pitch into play, and that's tough.
Trey Turner now. Phillies need a base runner, down a pair. Very interesting decision for Dave Roberts. If Glasnow goes through the order 1, 2, 3, do you ride with Glasnow? Certainly stretched out as a starter.
I'll tell you, the way we've watched Glasnow, especially after JT got behind 3-1, oh, he's warming up, but Dave Roberts, I think, might go off script tonight.
Yeah, I'm with you.
You might see Glasnow finish this ball game.
Team that has been so on script for so many years, doing it at such a high level with elite players at all of these positions and in the bullpen. This is feeling like an old school game right here, maybe even a 2-pitcher night for the Dodgers. 3-1 the count on Trey Turner. You saw Sasaki in the Dodger pen, still hasn't thrown a pitch yet. John Duran, the new Philly closer, in case the Phillies do something special here. And Turner draws the walk, and there's your base runner. Speed on the bags. A 1-out walk. And Glasnow is going to face Kyle Schwarber.
Well, for the Phillies, you talked about it, down 2. They needed that runner on, and now they got their 2 guys coming up in Schwarber and Harper.
He's a free agent at season's end. That was a blank check from that fan. Schwarber, 56 homers during the regular season. Out in front from a big curve. Glasnow's got a great curveball. And the count is 0-2 on Kyle Schwarber.
One thing they've done good with Schwarber tonight, BA, is they've mixed pitches really well. Not throwing 2 fastballs back to back, throwing that curveball on him, kind of keeping him off balance.
He's the tying run at the plate. And Schwarber with a swing and a miss. Back to the curve goes Glasnow. Second strikeout for Tyler Glasnow. 2 gone in the 8th.
Yeah, got ahead with that fastball right off the bat, then went curveball and 0-2. Just went right back to it again.
Took a page out of the Ohtani book with those big curves. Ohtani went 6 innings, 9 Ks. Glasnow pitching in his 2nd inning. And Bryce Harper swinging away at the first pitch once again. Harper's 0 for 3. Top of the Phillies order. Turner, Schwarber, and Harper 0 for 11 with 6 strikeouts. Big name, big contract players going at it. Glasnow against Harper, and that one's true. A strike right down the middle. And it's 1-2 on Harper.
Man, the way he's using this curveball fastball combo right now is, I mean, he's putting on a clinic. You can tell these Phillies hitters are almost up there. It's like flipping a coin.
2 outs. Glasnow's 1-2, and a bouncing ball through for a base hit. Trey Turner is going to turn and burn. He'll go to 3rd. And Harper delivers with a 2-out, 2-strike single. Phillies have the tying run at first base. And the go-ahead run coming up in Alec Bohm.
He finally got a curveball up in the zone. Watch where this one was. That ball's down. He might get a swing and miss, but Bryce does a good job here of turning on it. Shoots it through that hole. Turner was able to get to 3rd easy. Bring up Alec Bohm with a chance to cut the game a little closer, or even put him ahead or tie it.
Bohm started the rally in the 2nd with a walk, a leadoff walk. Phillies scored 3 against Ohtani in that 2nd inning. He's in the role of run producer here. Can Glasnow fight his way through it? Bohm takes a ball.
You know, BA, look at the outfield too, where they're kind of situated right now, really playing kind of opposite field gap. They want to come into him with a short porch in left field.
Two-0. Pretty good bet. The Dodgers are going to see Duran in the 9th no matter what. Phillies have been off. 2nd best record in the NL. They got the bye. Day off tomorrow. And the Phillies closer figures to be entering this game regardless in the 9th inning. And now the Dodgers want to give Glasnow a breather. Vesia, 2nd time he has warmed up in this game.
Bohm, 2-out runner in scoring position this year. 298. It's been really good for the Phillies.
Two outs, runners at 1st and 3rd, and a hitter's count for Bohm. Glasnow deals. Bohm takes a ball. 3 balls and no strikes. Brandon Marsh due next. Been a hot hitter. Bohm and Marsh been swinging the bat well down the finish line of the regular season. Taking all the way 3-0. now a moment of truth here for Glasnow. Marsh due up next. Vesia, the lefty, ready in the Dodger bullpen. Could be Glasnow's last batter. Big pitch, 3-1 the count on Bohm. And he takes ball 4, and the bases are loaded. A 2-out single by Harper, a 2-out walk by Bohm, and the Phillies have him loaded for Brandon Marsh. Eighth inning was a trouble inning for the Dodgers in the wild card series, even though they swept the Reds. Getting to the finish line for Dave Roberts is a concern.
Yeah, and it's interesting, B.A. You're going to have Vesia coming to this game, and Marsh has been great in the second half, but if you're Thompson, do you let Marsh hit? You go to Sosa on the bench. Sosa's hitting over 300 against lefties, so a lot of action coming up.
It's also where the injury to Bader comes into play here. They're short on that bench. Glasnow is out. Bases loaded, 2 outs in the 8th. Pitching change. Division Series. It's presented by Booking.com. Wheels are in motion. Alex Vesia, trusted left-hander for Dave Roberts. He enters this game with the bases loaded behind him. There are 2 outs. And Rob Thompson will counter with a very good right-handed hitter against lefties in Edmundo Sosa.
Look, Marsh hitting the .197 this year, even though he's been hot. Sosa .318, and this is why you love postseason baseball at the end of the day, B.A. All these great superstars, and right now, Edmund Sosa getting the biggest bat of the night for the Phillies as Mark Breyer's going to come out now and give the old scouting report.
Interesting, comes out after the warm-ups. Almost icing the kicker. What a scene here at Citizens Bank Park, and what a game 1. First plate appearance of the game with the bases loaded for either team.
Well, it's something to keep an eye on. Look, Vesia likes that fastball. He throws it a lot, and Sosa, a .282 hitter off that fastball. See if he looks for something early in the count to try to tie this ball game up.
Sosa's been playing a lot. Trey Turner's been injured. He's been in a platoon with Stott at second base. So he's had a lot of regular at-bats leading up to this postseason. Here we go. Vesia against Sosa. Bases loaded, 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th. First ball swinging, fouls it away. Sosa as a pinch hitter this year, just 1 for 9. At 5 strikeouts, not something he does often. Career pinch hitting numbers, .155 batting average. Phillies down 2. Vesia deals. 1 ball, 1 strike.
And we saw it in the wild card game against the Reds. When Vesia kind of gets juiced up sometimes, that fastball tends to be up in the zone. You're seeing the first 2. Even the first one, Sosa fouled off top of the strike zone.
Fly ball, center field, got jammed a little, and it'll be a routine play. Pages puts it away, and Alex Vesia delivers in the clutch. The Phillies strand, the bases loaded. Still 5-3 Dodgers. We go to the 9th in Philadelphia. Total Motion presented by Progressive. Oscar Hernandez's 3-run homer in the 7th. Dodgers in front. Weston Wilson enters the game and left. That moves Kepler to center. Harrison Bader, Lauren Shahadi reporting, left this game with a hamstring injury. Phillies closer, Joan Duran on the mound for the Phillies. And this is exactly how the Dodgers want to see Duran here when they lead 5-3.
I was going to say this crowd was hoping Sosa got a hit, and it was either 5-5 or they had the lead with him coming in. Duran's got to find a way to keep this thing at 2.
And if you're wondering why he's in the game, the Phillies, by virtue of the 2nd best record in the National League, a game behind the Brewers, those 2 teams got the bye into the division series. So Duran has not pitched, needs to get some innings. You got a day off tomorrow again.
That's what I was going to say too. That day off tomorrow really helps. It'd be interesting to see if they actually play tomorrow, what this scenario would look like.
He has been a major piece for the Phillies, acquiring Duran from the Minnesota Twins at the trade deadline. The Durantula. He did have his full entrance into Citizens Bank Park, which the Twins organization kindly passed over to the Phillies, but it didn't quite hit the same for Phillies fans with them down a couple of runs here.
I always wonder, was that part of like the trade?
Yeah.
We need him and the intro.
And all of the bits. And it is a serious bit. It is pretty intense. Pajes, number 8 hitter, had a single and a run scored his last time up. And down he goes. Duran got a nasty splitter. Picks up the strikeout, his first batter faced. And 1 away here in the 9th.
I mean, that's just incredible to throw that hard and get that kind of drop on the ball. I mean, that's a 98-mile-per-hour splitter. BA.
He pitched in the postseason with the Twins 2 years ago. And he was great. Went 5 innings in that series. He pitched in 4 games and did not allow a run. He struck out 6. Since he's become a Philly, as Smith swings and misses, he has a 27 strikeout and 1 walk ratio.
Yeah. He's going to pound the zone. He's coming at you. I think one of the reasons the Phillies felt comfortable and confident going in this postseason, BA, was they felt like they had a guy at the back end that could put out the fire and close games.
And Duran strikes out Will Smith. Back-to-back Ks. Will Smith 0 for 2 with a hit by pitch in his return. Likely to see him on Monday night. Roki Sasaki. He's emerged as the Dodger closer, and he is preparing for the 9th inning. Ohtani squares.
Oh, gosh.
Say that was 100 miles an hour, by the way. And home plate umpire Nestor Ceja Real Muto is
got crossed up too.
Can we check the pitch comm system? This is right off the shoulder of Ceja. Oof, at 100.
He's going to feel that one tonight.
Took it like a champ.
Did you see Real Muto's face? He's talking to Ohtani.
Nestor in his 2nd postseason.
We also saw Ohtani square.
He did, and pull the bat back. I don't think he had the intention of bunting, but at least he wanted to show it.
I know one thing, Shohei has 4 strikeouts tonight. Never had 5 in a game.
Yes.
That's a real special club.
But he did pitch 6 innings and struck out 9.
He
so
did.
It's almost acceptable when a pitcher strikes out 4 times. He's no ordinary pitcher or hitter. Takes his time out. Batters get 1. I'll be eager to talk to Dave Roberts, ask him if he had plans to let Glasnow finish had he gone through the lineup. Doesn't have that option now. Glasnow struggled. Vesia comes on to get the fly ball out to center with the bases loaded.
Now, as good as Sasaki looked the other night, the thing we talked about was coming into this atmosphere and this crowd, how he would handle it, and we're going to find out in a minute.
He's been a big star in Japan, following in the footsteps of Shohei Ohtani. Matter of fact, Sasaki broke Ohtani's fastball velocity record at the high school level. In Japan, high school baseball is akin to March Madness here in the States. Huge tournament as Ohtani draws the walk to avoid that 5th strikeout. And that'll bring up Mookie Betts. Mookie Betts is 0 for 4 tonight. 3 of the 4 outs on the ground. Did reach on a fielder's choice in the 3rd. Long pause by Duran. Works that count down, the pitch clock. And he pumps a strike in there. Phillies will have Realmuto, Kepler, and then Weston Wilson due up. Harrison Bader left this game with a hamstring injury. Beg your pardon, Castellanos due up, not Wilson. Wilson is in left field now. Realmuto, Kepler, and Castellanos. And a bouncing ball to 3rd. Bohm makes a play, and Duran, in his postseason debut as a Philly, gets through it scoreless. Here comes Sasaki. Dodgers lead it 5-3. Last call for Philadelphia. Ninth inning, Phillies coming up. Dodgers lead it 5-3, and Hiroki Sasaki with his first Major League save opportunity. It comes in Game 1 of a division series. JT Realmuto leads off.
Again, you wonder, he was outstanding the other night in LA to close out that series. 1 inning, only 11 pitches, 2 Ks, but we talked about this, that electric fastball and split.
Dodgers tighten up their outfield defense. Hernandez is out. Teoscar. Justin Dean into center. That moves Pages to right. Teoscar Hernandez, a 3-run game-changing home run. Put the Dodgers in front in the 7th. Realmuto, a 2 RBI triple tonight. Sasaki, it is a gamble, but his stuff is off the charts. He returned the 3rd week of September. He missed 4.5 months with a shoulder injury. A couple of scoreless appearances out of the bullpen in the final week of the regular season. And then he pitched the 9th in Game 2. Never pitched in relief before this September. And a called strike 3. Dropped the splitter on him. Realmuto strikes out. And out number 1 for Sasaki here in the 9th.
Yeah, watch this splitter, BA. Just tumbles right over, and you can see that Realmuto gave up on it. I think he even said, wow. It's almost like that big 12-6 curveball. You give up on it, and got him looking.
$100-mile-an-hour fastball from Sasaki to get ahead of Max Kepler. Dodgers have this sellout crowd quiet here at Citizens Bank Park. All those questions about the Dodger bullpen. And it got a little dicey in the 8th with the bases loaded and 2 outs. There's a line drive that is going to get down fair. Max Kepler on his way to second. Belly flop, he is in there. A risky play by Kepler, but he makes it. And it's a one-out double here in the ninth.
Yeah, this was a split that, again, just tumbled. And Kepler, even though he was out in front, strong enough to just kind of hook the ball right here down the line. And you said it, man. You think double all the way, but what a throw by Pages right here, man. Put it on the money, and Kepler, good job sliding in, keeping that hand on by base cam.
Pages has one of the great throwing arms in the game. Kepler is in there. Nick Castellanos is the tying run. First ball swinging, bouncer to second base. Miguel Rojas makes a play. Over to third goes Kepler, and the Phillies are down to their last out. And it's going to be Bryson Stott. That familiar walk-up song playing, A-OK.
Yep. I don't know, these fans are feeling okay right now.
2 outs, bottom of the ninth. Dodgers 5-3. Stott takes a strike. What a story this would be if the Dodgers have found their closer. Count evens at a ball and a strike. Just 23 years of age. One ball, one strike. Stott pops this one up. This could do it. Over is Muncy into foul grounds, and the Los Angeles Dodgers with a comeback win. Snatch back game one and go up 1-0 in this best of 5. Teoscar Hernandez with a game-changing 3-run homer in the 7th. Dodgers win game one 5-3.
Now, we talked about this Dodgers bullpen, and Dave Roberts told us before the game he wanted his high leverage guys. What did they do tonight, Brian? They had Ohtani. They went to Glasnow. They got one out from Vesia, and they got their closer Sasaki to come in and get the big out. And so he got his high leverage guys. And for the Phillies, they went up 3-0, but were not able to add on. And I'll tell you what, this was quite the game one.
Back and forth, the team that had the most comeback wins in the National League this year. The Dodgers are shaking hands here at Citizens Bank Park. Sasaki earns his first save in his first chance. And an incredible story developing with the Dodgers in Roki Sasaki anchoring down that bullpen, and to come into Citizens Bank Park and notch his first save. How impressive. Ohtani went 6 innings. He struck out 9, gave up 3 earned runs. Star of the game is Teoscar Hernandez. He's standing by with Lauren Shahadi.
Teo, congratulations. Is the lefty killer back or what?
A little bit.
A little bit. What were you trying to do 2 on in the 7th?
Just trying to get a good pitch to hit. Sanchez didn't give me anything. He was nasty today. Strom, he used to throw like up in the zone. I was looking something from up. He left one over the plate, and I put a good swing on it.
I mean, I watched you watch it. When did you know it was out? The crowd couldn't really tell, Teo.
I hit it pretty good.
Yeah.
I know it was going to be off the wall or homer.
This place, Teo, is the definition of home field advantage. How did you steal it away in game 1?
It's great. I like this.
You like
I like
this?
pressure.
You could get used to
I like
this.
Pressure. Love the way the game was. The pressure, the fans. I love everything.
Congratulations. The moment is yours, Teo.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Brian, 3 postseason games, 3 home runs for Teoscar Hernandez.
Last 3 years, 6 homers for the Los Angeles Dodgers. The Phillies had the best record at home this year in Major League Baseball. The Dodgers come in here, get a win from Ohtani and a save from Sasaki, and all of Japan is reveling in this night.
I thought he said it best. He was nasty. He got a pitch he could handle. 3 strikeouts, but then the big 3-run homer.
Dodgers strike first for Jeff Francoeur, Lauren Shahadi, the rest of our terrific crew. Brian Anderson saying so long. Coming up next, MLB Closer, presented by Genesis Motor America. So long from Philadelphia. We'll see you Monday.
God bless you. Double pro. I'm on this, I'm feeling no. DJ Softy man, I'm how you be. Idiot no. Love what you give to me, it's sweet past you got cane. I not go lie, you dey hide me past okay. See the way she just the wine, she the one pass up piano do. I swear to God, now she dey do me do. Comforty, give me love again. Give me love again. If you give me love again, I will never go away. Comforty, give me love again. Give me love again. If you don't give me love again, it go make me go insane. Comforting, yeah. Yeah, comfort your mama no more so. Yeah, comforting reload give me. Yeah, combo no be re-raisa. Yeah, comforting, yeah. Yeah, comfort your mama no more so. Yeah, comforting reload give me. My baby too fine, no, now so she dey beautiful. Anytime I see her face, you, I go just tell a fool. Now because of you, my guys, them they call me big fool. Big fool, man. See the way she soft to you, she be like foo. Comforty, give me love again. Give me love again. If you give me love again, I will never go away. Comforting, give me love again. Give me love again. If you don't give me love again, it gon' make me go insane. Comforting, yeah. Yeah, comfort your mama no more so. Yeah, comforting reload give me. Yeah, combo no be re-raisa. Yeah, comforting, yeah. Yeah, comfort your mama no more so. Yeah, comforting reload give me. Yeah, combo no be re-raisa.
Double pro.
Yeah, God bless you know. I'm on this song, yeah. Double pull on the miss. Yeah, DJ Softy man, I see you. I'm on this song, yeah.
Как тяжко мертвецу среди людей, живым и страстным притворяться. Но надо в общество втираться, скрывая для карьеры лязг костей. Живые спят, мертвец встает из гроба, и в банк идет, и в суд идет, в сенат. Чем ночь белее, тем чернее злоба, и перья торжествующе скрипят. Мертвец весь день трудится над докладом, присутствие кончается, и вот нашептывает он, виляя задом, сенатору скабрезный анекдот. Уж вечер мелкий дождь зашлепал грязью прохожих и дома и прочий вздор, а мертвеца к другому безобразию скрежещущий несет таксомотор. Как тяжко мертвецу среди людей, живым и страстным притворяться. Но надо в общество втираться, скрывая для карьеры лязг костей. Живые спят, мертвец встает из гроба, и в банк идет, и в суд идет, и в сенат. Чем ночь белее, тем чернее злоба, и перья торжествующе скрипят. Мертвец весь день трудится над докладом, присутствие кончается, и вот нашептывает он, виляя задом,
стоите на моем пути. Такая живая, такая красивая, но такая измученная. Говорите все печально, думаете о смерти, никого не любите и презираете свою красоту. Что ж, разве я обижу вас? О нет, ведь я не насильник, не обманщик и не гордец. Хотя много знаю, слишком много думаю с детства и слишком занят собой. Ведь я сочинитель, человек, называющий все по имени, отнимающий аромат у живого цветка. Сколько не говорите о печальном, сколько не размышляете о концах и началах, все же я смею думать, что вам только 15 лет. И потому я хотел бы, чтобы вы влюбились в простого человека, который любит землю и небо.